I got lost in the sauce on this one. I'm not gonna lie, but this is called Studio Podium. And when we were doing our anime Oscars, and we have the award for the best studio of 2024, Science Saru won that award because everyone loves Don to Don. So everyone said Science Saru, that's the best studio of the year. And it made me reflect on, what makes a studio good? Is it just having one or two highlights? Is it having 6 or 7 shows that are all really solid? How do we assess quality of a product? And what I decided to do is take the top 3 shows according to my anime list, which is, once again, not inclusive of all anime watchers. It's Western bias. You have a lot of things going on. I get that this is not objective, but I tried to make it as objective as possible. And what I did, I looked at a bunch of studios, not every studio. I'm sure I missed one of your favorites. I'm sorry, we only have so much time. But I went to each studio and I picked out the 3 most popular shows they've done as according to number of members on Mel, and the highest 3 scoring shows that they've done according to Mel. Now, I excluded any cross productions. So let's say Spy Family, I didn't count that as both Studio Wit and Cloverworks. Like, that just got eliminated. So I'm sorry, but cuts had to be made. I took the top performer of a series. So say you like Kaguya-sama, you don't get points for making Kaguya-sama season 3 and season 2 and season 1. You only get the best performer of a series. And I did allow movies. So what I want to see is both, in each of these studios, there's going to be 2 lists. One's for most popular and the highest scores. And I want to say, which of those would we individually like more? If we could only take 3 shows to go by, would we take their 3 most popular or the 3 highest scoring? And I also calculated the placement of all those shows in their thing. So say you made Frieren, according to Mel, the highest scoring show of all time. That counts for 1 point. If you made a show that was like the 100th most popular or whatever, that would count for 100 points. And then I totaled all of them up, so there's an objective score to go with all of these. So ideally, the highest score you could have in a category is 6, because you come out with the number 1 show, the number 2 show, and the number 3 show. You add up 3, 2, 1, that's 6. And the highest score you could have overall is 12 if you had the most popular, the 3 most popular and the 3 highest scoring. So this is a lot of words to say. We're going to look at studios today, and we're going to see how it goes. Are you guys ready? Any questions?
No.
I guess I want to know is, are we putting them up against each other directly, or are we just going through them and then making a decision afterwards? I'm just like framing myself for what kind of mind frame I have to exist.
Let's start it off
as we go through it.
And these are in no particular order, and I think the story will kind of develop as we go. And the first studio we're going to talk about today is JC Staff. So the 3 most popular shows they have are Toradora, One Punch Man Season 2, and Food Wars. And their 3 highest scoring shows are Bakuman Season 3, the Konosuba movie, and The Disastrous Life of Psyche K. So I think the first question is, which 3 shows do you prefer more? If you could only have 3.
I would say they're popular shows for JC Staff, because I think their popular shows are also a good mix of popularity and quality. I think that makes for a really good representation of their work in general, at least for this particular studio.
I would agree. Just looking at and I saw Konosuba in the theater. I loved it, but standing on just between the 2, I mean, Food Wars Season 1 is... It's impossible to describe to someone if you're trying to get them to watch it, but it is an experience, and it's a great one. I'm surprised that One Punch Man Season 2 is as high as it is.
It is. It is the 55th most popular show.
I would have never guessed that.
Now you could
argue
argue
Toradora is classic.
that Season 2
a lot of it
One
comes
Punch Man
from Season 1.
From Season 1.
A lot of it comes from Season 1, yeah.
I'd get that. But I would definitely go with popularity over the other group.
And that reflects in the overall score. So if you total up the numbers, and we're going to explain it more this first time just so people can follow. Toradora is the 25th most popular show. One Punch Man Season 2 is the 55th. and Food Wars is the 63rd. You sum it up, you get a score of 143. Their high scoring numbers are 525. So JC Staff, I think you can make the argument, and I'm going to, they make more popular shows than they make quote unquote objectively good shows. And there's nothing wrong with that, but I think it's interesting.
I don't know if I would phrase it that way. It's such a weird way to phrase it.
If you're
they
watching
do make very popular
if you're
shows.
watching a JC Staff show, there's more of a chance that it's popular than it's good.
I mean, semantically, yes. It's really weird because the 3 shows we're using are both popular and good.
Listen, I would argue that for the most part, and we're going to get to some stinkers and some surprising ones, but you can't have one without the other. Toradora is a popular show, and it is a good show. It is a good show to get that popular. But I'm saying JC Staff, it's probably going to be a hotly talked about thing that season, and a lot of people are going to watch it.
Yeah,
but it's not going to be.
Yeah, fair enough.
Go. So
you're right. One Punch Man season 2 is there. To be fair,
it is there.
I will concede this argument.
Listen, this is a unbelievably stupid way to put numbers onto a very unquantitative thing.
Okay, I just want to say I think people are confused. Lower scores are better, like golf.
And golf.
Okay. I just want people to make sure that that's what they understood, because the way you were describing it was like, if you're the number 1 show, you get 1, and then we're looking at the highest numbers, and I was like, I think what you're doing is a golf thing, but I just want to clarify for the audience listening.
Yes,
it's a
that's
golf
fair.
Thing. Lower numbers are good.
Yes, I just word vomited a bunch of stuff. What you need to know is at the end of the day, the JC Staff total score, almost satanic, is 668. That's a combination of their popularity score and their quality score. And I know 668 doesn't mean anything now, but by the end of this segment, you will have strong opinions on how much about what that number means. So,
I mean, the next studio basically proves what
remember, a 12 is the literal most perfect score you can get. A 12 is a 300 of bowling. So, keep that in mind.
Technically possible, because I think the top 3 shows are made by 3 different studios, but
we'll find out. Next show or next studio is Doga Koba. Now their most popular shows are Plastic Memories, Monthly Girls Nozaki-kun, and Oshi no Ko, and their highest scoring shows are Oshi no Ko, which I have to acknowledge really quick. Oshi no Ko is the 103rd highest scoring show. Oshi no Ko season 2 is the 104th. They are as on top of each other as possible, which is the best definition of like consistent in quality. Number 2 on Doga Koba's highest scoring show is Sleepy Princess in a Demon Castle, and number 3 is Plastic Memories. So once again, which of these subsets, would you want to keep? For me, I have to go with popularity again.
I hate both of them.
Wow.
I would go,
you're not a Nozaki boy?
Oh, sorry. I was thinking of a different show. I was thinking of, oh my God, what's that one where that girl is secretly an otaku, but she's super rich? Anyway. Oh no, never mind. I go with popular. I fucking love Nozaki-kun.
Yeah, Nozaki-kun is so good. That opening alone.
I am just surprised Plastic Memories is as high as it is their most popular show.
Yeah.
I was thinking the same thing.
It does not make any sense to me.
Honestly, I was surprised with Sleeping Princess being, their number 2 highest scoring show. But such is life. But anyway, so I think we all agree, popularity-wise, Doga Koba.
Oh yeah,
That's a great selection of shows.